Hey everybody. So in this lesson, we're going to do something called editing, which is basically cleaning up our beat, making it sound perfect, and doing some like technical things to it to make it sound exactly how we want it to. So to get started, we're going to be playing a software instrument. So we're going to click Add New Track, make our drums and beats, come over here to Instrument. All right, and let's say we're going to do a tempo at, we'll do 100. I will click Confirm. We're going to record, making sure to record with our click, making sure that our beat we try to make it as close to the click as possible. 4. All right. So right there, I played the beat pretty good, right? I played it generally in time. I played a weird note at the end though, right? So right now I'm going to show you ways to clean up this track and make it sound perfect. So I'm going to start by clicking Edit, and it says Edit Notes. That is totally fine. It's going to bring up all these different notes, right? Remember the drum machine designer? We have our patterns, we have our instrument, and then we have the piano roll. Piano roll now, guys, that's basically on that grid what notes actually got played. So you can click individual notes that were played on the piano grid. And you can also move them, change them around. We'll worry about that later. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to get started by highlighting it. It highlights all the notes, right? I can click one key. That doesn't always work. But I can click, hold down, and then highlight notes. See, I missed that first one. I want to make sure I get all of them. So I'm going to highlight all the notes, and then I'm going to right click, and there's going to be an option to quantize. Now, what quantize means, I know it sounds super technical and super complicated. All it means to quantize is to basically snap that note to the closest whatever note I say. So snap it to the closest eighth note, snap it to the closest 16th note. So if you played it a little off, it'll snap it to where you were trying to play it. So for right now, we're going to say to the nearest 16th note. All right, so you didn't move much because I played pretty okay. Hear how it sounds perfect now? Completely in time, right? So quantizing is a nice little like magic trick to basically get your beat perfect. Now, if we notice, right, we still have that weird kick, right? And if I go to loop this beat, it's going to loop with that weird kick. It's going to loop weird. It's all weird, right? Now, remember we like having beats that are groups of 2 or groups of 4 because it's a lot cleaner, and that's kind of how most of our modern music is kind of shaped. So what I can do right here, if I go to this top right, that's loop. I don't want to loop it yet because it's not ready to loop. You don't want to loop a track until it's nice and clean. So what I can do is I can come down here. It says adjust end. If I click extend, it just extends dead air, right? But if I go to the left, I can start to cut out some of the beat. But I want to make sure it falls on exactly 5. So if it doesn't fall on exactly 5, it's going to loop weird. But right there, that's pretty close. That's looped on 5. If you want to get even more technical with it, you could use this zoom in button and double check, but check it out. It's on 5, so we're good. But yep, you can zoom in to make sure it's in where you want to be. You can also zoom out using these magnifying glasses. All right, so then now that I got zoomed in and it's all nice, ready to loop, I can click to the right and it'll loop my track. So now it's quantized and looping. So let's take a listen. Right, and now hear how that loops perfectly. So once again, what I did there is I used this. I used the adjust end function to cut out some notes I didn't like, and then I also quantized the notes. Now let's say there was some notes in the beat I didn't like. Let's say I didn't want. There was too many kicks. What I could do is find a click I didn't like, and I could highlight it. Oh wow, that deleted all of it. I didn't want to do that. let's try that again. So I can unhighlight, find a note I didn't like, and click delete, and bam, I just deleted a note. I could using the piano grid. I can also sometimes add a note, but it's not letting me do that right now. Also, you can move notes. So let's say this note right here, I want to move it over here, and you're able to move notes. So let's say you played a note and it adjusts it in a weird place. You want to move it, you can click it and move it where you want. All right. So that's once again how we edit. We can move notes, delete notes, adjust ends, right? Cut out sections, cut it to groups of 2 or 4. Let's say I wanted to make this beat just a group of 2 and then loop it. I can cut to 3, right? Because that's 2 measures. 1 measure, 2 measures. And then I can loop it. Right? So that's another way for me to kind of like edit a track. Remember to quantize notes. We quantize generally to 16th notes because that's going to be where the nearest note is on the grid. All right, guys. So your beat right now is to play a simple kick and snare beat using your metronome, in time with your metronome. But if you're a little off, it's okay. And then quantize the beat to 16th notes, and then cut it, edit it, and loop it for at least up until 9. Okay, which is 8 measures. All right. So once again, record a simple kick and snare beat, quantize it, edit it, and then loop it to the 9th measure. Okay, guys? And then make sure to share it with me. Thanks so much. Have a good day.